Hi, welcome back to the channel. I've done a couple of videos now about Bulgaria. The first one was about English expats buying properties here online without ever seeing them or seeing the village or anything. I wondered what they thought about it when they turned up. Now I've had quite a bit of grief about this actually, especially from one couple that's on the way over. Got big plans for it and blah 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 blah, and they insist it's okay, and they've seen it by Facebook and everything else that goes with it. What I did a video on where I lived, my area, my village, my house, show you what you can get with a bit of common sense and research. One of the videos I did put that people have got to be so careful about buying online and buying into a village that there's very few people, because as the years go by, it's only full of old people. When the old people die off, nobody comes to live in the houses and the village will become derelict to the point where there'll be no shop, because the shop can't make a living, so the shop's shut, so you can't buy any bread, anything. Then the next thing that happens is the bus service stops, because it's just not feasible to run one. But then they cut off the electric, they cut off the water. Now I've had quite a few of the English expats who more or less telling me that it's a load of BS like. That's put me in a situation where I've jumped on my bike today, because I did say I know where there's some of the villages, they're not too far away, so I'm going to take you to one. Now I've got to try and find it, and even the sat nav wouldn't play ball like. I know the general idea, place where it's been, and I did actually go to it years and years ago, but it was a long time ago. As soon as I had a look on the internet, and in 2024 there's 10 people live here in this village, that'll just prove, you know, like we've got somewhere where you can link to, you can look on any village, it tells you how many people live in the village. Let's go have a look and see what we can find. I have told you that some of the outlying villages, there's no money for them. The roads are horrendous, probably no tarmac in places. Let's go have a look, see what we can find. Now we're on the Himalayan, just as well. This is Bulgarian country roads. Now I've just kept going in the general direction I think it is, and my sat nav has now actually picked it up, and it tells me we're only about 8 kilometres away. Fantastic scenery, which it always is in Bulgaria. Now I don't think we're going to meet too many people on this road or in this area, and this road runs parallel to a river all the way through here. I wonder if the sat nav's going to take us to the right place. Crash. Well, yeah, it says so. Now I never really understand. Oh, I like this. Ooh. Now that's a bit of skill, isn't it? I think it's supposed to be a deer. Very good. Yeah, this is all out of, looks like bits of, well, just bits of old wood tree that they found and shaped. That's quite a bit of skill, that. Even the face, fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. It'll soon be November and it's freezing. Anybody that's coming down here is going to be staring at me because they think, well, not used to strangers. Right. Some of these houses like this one that's completely renovated, done nicely, these will be city people. This will be like a weekend retreat for them, which are very nice. We're still in civilization at the moment though. I'll keep filming it because Sue will cut out what she doesn't think. That's what you usually find. Completely tumbled down. Would have been a beautiful house at one time of day. This is it. Crash. We're just leaving Crash. Now, I don't think there's any more villages between here and Shredding Rat. That's the name of where we're going, Shredding Rat. Don't know what you think about that. This is what I like the Himalayan for, this sort of roads. I know any ADV bike will do this. That's the river we're running next to. Look at that, full of streams and rivers. I can spend all day today taking photographs, aren't I? Sue's not going to be happy about this. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Yeah, this is what Bulgaria is about. Beautiful. Absolutely. Certainly is down here. Yeah, I bet there's some fish in here. It's crystal clear, the water. Absolutely. Oops, crossed. Right. Now, I've brought extra batteries today, so I usually forget. Right, where was I first? Something caught my eye. Oh, yes. I thought we might be coming to the end of civilization. This is a road down to a village. Satnav's still picking it up, so this is what I mean about ADV bikes in Bulgaria. You can be going down a perfectly good concrete tarmac road, and then it just instantly comes to this, which if he's on a road bike it wouldn't be so good, would it, like, really? You wouldn't want to be nipping down here to get your shopping done every day, would you? Don't actually know this village are going to look at why it was down here, because they don't build them down the middle of nowhere for nothing, do they? Just have to do a bit of research. Whoops. All I can say is I've got my flask with me. It's a good job it's not a glass one, isn't it? No, you can imagine if you bought online and bought a house down here, can't you? It's like they're going to try and fill a hole in or something with that. That's what I can think of. I think if you wanted to leave the rat race completely, you know, some people do, don't they? You're quite happy down here, probably. I know there is people that like to be like that, but for the unsuspecting, I can imagine the look on the faces as they're trundling down here to find their house they bought, wouldn't you? This, on the sat-nav, is actually showing this road is closed. Oh, I suppose you can see why. You know, so I know since we've been in Bulgaria, we tried to help a few people. Because that's just how you are, isn't it? You know, the one thing I don't like is for people that don't have endless amounts of money, shall we say, to put themselves in a situation, because obviously you've got to pay up front once you bought your house, haven't you, to come over and find it an absolute disaster. You know, you pull up with your car, like, and or your transit van or whatever, you got all your stuff in and the wife won't even get out the vehicle to look at it. I think down here you'd take some persuading, wouldn't you? Plus people get a bit romantically involved with the scenery and things, you know, like down here in the summer it's beautiful, I bet. Well, it is, it's beautiful now. The river is absolutely stunning. Actual fact, it's probably one of the nicest rivers I've seen. It's only something to look at, isn't it? You know, when you're here 12 months of the year, and you can imagine what this is like when the weather turns. Give it another 2 months, this will be covered in snow. And you can't get out to the shops, you're not prepared. I was on about, there's no electric. Well, but they cut the electric off. You are now looking at the electric poles here. This is electric poles down to this village, and as you can see, there's no wires on them. So any properties that down here, which there'll be some people live here that must have generators. That's all they can have, or solar. But the thing is, you won't find many people that live here 12 months of the year. I'd say people that have summer places here are fishing people, because this is fantastic. You're not seeing what I can see really. Oof. Slow down a bit, so. Yeah, still as anything. I wouldn't mind coming fishing down here actually. Right. I'm nearly here. I did come to this, it was maybe 10 years ago. My next door neighbour asked us if we'd bring her. She's an old lady in her 80s. Yeah, shredding rat. This is it. I'm not sure where the village is. Surely it's just not that one house. No, nothing down here. I didn't see the village. Did you have a sign that shows you the way to the village? I'll go a bit further just in case. Oh, is that it over there? Some buildings over here. Yeah, but you can't, it's only walking bridge, isn't it? Okay, that's the Comet's office. Somebody ain't going to be happy if I shoot the sheep in the wrong way, are they? Oh, there's the river through the village. There we are. And deep's that? What's the worst can happen? Wet feet? Yeah, very wet feet. Yep, that was definitely a lot deeper than I thought. Oh Christ. Things you do, mate, eh? Yeah, this is the village. Now, you could end up buying a house here, having to cross that river every day if you want to get out. It looks like they've been clearing the wood. And that there is where somebody was buried in 1909. No, I'm afraid this is not for me, this place. It's got a boot full of water and all. Just it's finished in it. Oh well, let's try not to fall in it. That's mega deep, that was. And guess what? Another boot full of water. There's a sign up here so I can have a look. Oh. What does it say on it? Yeah, that's the village. Beautiful scenery though, isn't it? Yeah, it's all up in the top of the trees, the woods over there. I can see all the houses. They're all derelict though. I think this here is a farmer's house. Got a couple of greenhouses. And that there is the Comet's office, because that's what it says on it. Right. Yes, that was very deep, wasn't it, Ian? Oh well, it'll give somebody a laugh, won't it? If you want a life of solitude, this is the place to be, isn't it? I'll show you something when I've just noticed it. Well, at least it wasn't a complete disaster, was it? I didn't fall flat on my arse in it. Oh, lovely. I think it's time for a cup of coffee, if nothing else. I might think they would nick my bike here, do you? Drain my sock off a bit, empty my boots. Alright, this is the village. Let's have a look. Now, a lot of the houses are up in the mills. There's nothing there. This here is the Comet's office. Who's like, the Comet is the mayor. So, that's the mayor's office. This, you couldn't do without this here, could you? This is the only way you get out of here in the winter. Right, now one thing I will show you. I noticed it when I was just squeezing my socks out. That there says posture. That is the post office, or was the post office. Some of the locals over here thinking, who's this person? That's the village houses, as we can see them up in the hills here. Jeep. Some old Russian Jeep, it's been parked down there since I don't know when. No, it is beautiful here, there's no two ways about it. So the river runs right through the village. At least my foot's warming up a bit. And I would say this here is absolutely a cracking fishing spot. The river is crystal clear and very cold, believe me. Got first-hand experience of it at the moment. Or first foot anyway. Absolutely stunning, look. Lovely. Houses up there, you can just see the roofs poking out. The estate agents, your pictures, you're sat in England looking on your computer. This river, as I've just shown you here, is what they'll be showing you. Scenery, probably that bridge, I don't know why that bridge, it looks fairly new, is here. That's how you get to your house. You can't get your car to your house unless you cross this river. But you wouldn't, there's no roads up to these houses in here. I think when I've drunk my coffee, I'm going to get the bike, go back down the road and walk over this bridge. If I walk over this bridge, we can have a look up around the houses that's here, see what you reckon. Thing is, you're sat at home in your European houses, shall we say, thinking, God, this looks idyllic, beautiful. But there's no life here, there's no shops, no nothing. Miles, absolutely miles from anywhere. The road down to it. I think I'm really doing the video to two reasons. A, I like places like this. I wouldn't want to live here. But I like coming to places like this because it just shows you what is here. Secondly, just to really try to see why people should come and look. If they're going to buy a house online, come and look at it first. Look at the area and look at everything that's surrounding in it. What I'm basically saying is, don't be a smart arse. Don't think you know it all. Don't look at pictures on the internet. All it's going to do is drop you in the crap, believe me. You know, if you come here in the middle of summer, there'll probably be people camping down here, fishing. Your house could be up in them hills. There's nobody else here. You have nobody to talk to. If you needed doctors, ambulances, anything, it's just not going to happen here. If you want to live a hippie type life or self-sufficient. Now there is some electric here on this bit, but we're going to go up there in the hills where the houses are. We'll have to walk over and we'll see what it's like up there. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Come to where the suspension bridge is. I've got no idea whatsoever why there's a suspension bridge. This must have cost a fortune to have put in. No idea why. Whew, yeah. A note in future. Just chuck a pair of clean dry socks in your side bag next time you come, mate. Bloody hell. I used to get seasick walking on this. Right, when we go off the other side of this is the village. Yeah, I wonder why it's had this built. Usually, to be honest, it's somebody with a lot of influence who is either going to do something. It could long term going to be all knocked down and made into a holiday resort, because it does happen. But this could be a house online. Oh. This is the main street going up through the village. Just old houses, deserted, tumbling down. I very much doubt whether anything will ever get done with them. If you ended up here, you either turn around and walk away, don't you? Or suck it up. To renovate that, I just wouldn't know where to start myself. I just honestly wouldn't. But like I say, it's listed as there's 10 people live here. But the 10 people, there's the farmer, who would also be the comet, the end house we passed over here. 6 to 8 of them people could be living in that same house because there's a few cars there. So it might only be one property that somebody lives here. Oh, there you go, look. That's the gate to one of the properties. It's got a padlock on it, believe it or not. I don't know why, do you? I don't know whether you can see on that house there, it doesn't have tiles on the roof. You can just see it poking through. It's actually big slabs of stone. That's what they used to build them with here. Let's see if we can have a walk up there. I think everything will be okay where I've left it. Well, I think one thing, if you did live here, thing is, Christ's sake, don't fall out with your neighbours. You never have nobody to speak to ever again. No, it's that overgrown. I can't even get to it. No. Yeah. There's quite a few houses in here. But basically, I don't know whether you can see them through there, but there's no road or streets. Basically, nature's took the village back, hasn't it? Yeah, I don't know whether you can serve it. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up. There's lots of houses behind this one you can see here. And so this is the one with the gate in here. So, I hope you like gardening, eh? There's not a lot more for you to see, really. Yes, the village is beyond this, but there's no streets to it anymore, and all the houses have just been took back by nature, completely covered. But like I say, this can be what you're going to find when you buy online. You know, like I say, the estate agents, there'll be pictures of the river, the sheep, like you can see there in the distance. Them sort of photographs, that's what you'll be looking at when you buy online. New bridge. Now, I've no idea why there's a new bridge. I'll try and get Sue to have a look online why, but yeah, there is cables here, but these are the old cables, not the new thick cables. These will power nothing, but they won't be live anyway. There's no electric in this village here, not in this part anyway. I would say there must be electric where the comet lives, the farmer. You know, one time of day it had street lights, look. Yeah, the old electric box there. It's not going to be live, is it? Oh well, I think this is going to take a bit of cutting for Sue, this one. Shame I couldn't get to see more of the houses, but that's what you're looking at. Just nothing really. You know, like I say, some people might love it living here. People who don't want nothing to do with society or anything else. As soon as you moved into a house here, you've still got bills. I don't think they force you to have electric. And no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't force you to have water. So what you're going to use? I suppose you could possibly use the river water, I don't know. A well, if you've got a well. Ah, that gives you a bit more. You might see a bit more there, look. See houses in the distance, but they're all covered in trees and everything else. Yeah, It is stunning, there's no two ways about it. Beautiful, lovely this time of year as well. And I've been down this way in the summer. It's lovely and cool, very nice, but I think I'm going to start to head back. I think by the time I get home my feet will be dry. But really, this is just about what I said at the beginning. I'm going to keep repeating myself. But don't buy online, don't rely on pictures which could be 10, 15, 20 year old. It's like, to be honest, those pictures of the houses you've seen here, you can see a few more now, look. They're never going to post that online in them state, nobody's going to buy it. But there will be pictures of 10 years ago, and that's what you're probably going to see. And it's not like the UK, where if you bought something and it turns up and it looked like this, and means that they're trying to sell it to false pretenses. That don't work here in Bulgaria. Once you bought it, part of the documents is, this is the same as buying a car or a motorcycle here. Once you hand the money over, you have to sign a form, and part of that form is the previous owner has no responsibility whatsoever. Once you've bought it, it's yours. There's no complaining about it or trying to take somebody to court. That just don't happen here at all. I hope you found it was a bit interesting. It's, like I say, stunning place. I wouldn't know what you'd do here. The least, if you come, you'd have to bring a caravan, wouldn't you, or something. But could you get a caravan down this road? I think you could. Or one of these lorry home things. That's your lot really, and you know, you'd need that here. You could buy it for the ground if you wanted to live in a caravan for the rest of your days. Crikey, you'd have to be an hard person, I'll tell you now, because the winters are horrendous. Horrendous. Like, you would not move to where I'm walking now for the snow. I should say down here in the mountains you'd be on the -20s. Now if you want to live in a caravan or these big camper things you can get, and it's -20, good luck to you. Now if you look just there, look, can you see that telegraph pole there? No wires, no electric, nothing. No people. I've seen a shepherd who's looking after them sheep. That's your lot really. Well, I hope you found this interesting. Sue's going to have a job cutting this one because I've waffled on and moved around and looked at this and looked at that. I hope you enjoyed it. All I'm saying is really, especially the English, I am English obviously. I just don't understand the mentality of some of them though. And when they make a mistake, they don't even want to say they made a mistake. They just bullshit and yeah, this is great, this is lovely and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, I've got to the stage now where I don't care. Don't want help, you won't get any more. So I hope you found this interesting. Big thumbs up. Any comments, leave them down below. This is yet another side of Bulgaria. So we've gone from this, which is a total disaster. If you bought a house here, the best thing you can do when you turned up in this village is turn around and go home again. To Ostrov village, which I showed you in the first video. Yes, you can live there, but there's no infrastructure. There's no money in the villages. It's worse than this. This was just a prime example of when old people die, what happens to the places. No shops, no electric, no water, no nothing. To my village, which is up and coming anyway. We live in a very affluent area of the northwest due to the power plant, and you can have a nice property, restaurants, bars, shops, supermarkets and everything. So the choices are there. Just don't jump in feet first for the cheapest thing you can find on the internet and come over here and think you're going to have a great life, because it doesn't always work like that. And don't get romantically involved either. That's the other thing. You get romantically involved with the views and how the houses look. That's what does happen. It's like, I'm just pointing the camera over there for the last time. You can't see them, I bet, on the camera, but there's houses all the way up there. You know, it's you couldn't even get to them. I think they're only walking anyway. You know, back in the days when this was, it wasn't for cars and stuff like this. Anyway, I'm going to see you in the next video. See you again. Cheers.